is and stuff.
Right.
I can see that. And the global warming, it's yeah, it's all totally visible.
So
I
it's
just don't really understand it.
so it is all our faults.
Um, I don't think there's a fault to be blamed. I think we could have easily done these things in a better way
Hmm.
to look at what the causes might be. What's the consequences of our action of draining the Amazon region? You
Hmm.
know, we could have looked at that and said, okay, we have to do something so that this is not displaced so badly and displaces everything else. I don't think we did that. I think we went right for the money.
Okay, so you become the leader of the world,
Thank you.
and what is the first thing? What can we do to? What is the first thing you do to fix it?
Give everybody a hug.
Fun and hugs. That's what
Yeah.
Trucker Joe would give everybody. But
Yeah, give them love. You know, like I said, the first thing I would do to fix this here, I would try I would try to oh, what am I looking for? What word? To use the resources that we really have available to us. And here's the untapped resources that I believe that we're not using. It's our own minds.
hmm
You know, I don't believe we're using our own minds. I believe we're using these minds that's up here. And what I'm saying about up here is this people. Daddy was a scientist, Mama was a scientist, Daddy was a school teacher, Mama was a scientist, or Daddy was the scientist and Mama was the school teacher.
hmm
You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the rich people
Right.
that live up on the hill and they follow suit. But
hmm
the mindset is still the same in that area
Right.
because that's where the conversations go. But now you got this other area down here. You know, you got single mothers and everything with children. That doesn't mean the kids aren't smart.
Nope. It
It
doesn't.
means that the kids aren't really getting the opportunities to voice their voice. Not even the exposures that much. The opportunities to stand up in front of the world and say, "I know what to do,"
Hmm.
and then say it.
Yep.
You know, and back it up. And I think that's an untapped resources that we need to get into. Cause this resources up here, I think it's hit a wall of it's just idling because the scientific father and the educational mother or the scientific mother and the educational father,
Hmm.
they're just feeding the kids the rhetoric they know from the previous generation.
Right.
This generation down here is actually using more creative thought
Yep.
because it's not getting that real that much. You know, it's getting social justice type of looks. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that they get a lot
College.
of that.
The college kids looks. Yep.
Yeah, you know, they get a lot of that, but they're actually using a lot more. I believe a lot more of their creative ability than the kids up here.
Right.
This is really cognitive. You know,
Hmm.
these people that this is what I would try to use. I would try to use that resource that's totally right there available to in great numbers to try to figure out the situation and try to get the answer to that situation.
Right.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And hugs and love. You
Hugs
know?
Um. Yeah. I don't. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna take the Earth. If we have disturbed the Earth for all these natural disasters to occur, there's nothing really we can do but take time for things to get better. But we have to stop. We have to, invest more into things like electric cars
Yeah.
and more to use resources that aren't harmful to the Earth. That's all. That's all we can really do. And stop making nuclear weapons. I don't know why any. Why does any country in the world have nuclear weapons? Period. Truth.
I have no idea. We know what it does. It's just
Right.
like, really? You know?
I
It's
don't-
just talk.
It is. Well, the U.S. has used them in the past, so it's more than just talk. I mean,
Yeah.
why would you have them if you don't intend to use them ever? That's what I don't understand.
A deterrent for peace. Not a deterrent against war, a deterrent for peace. That's the biggest
A deterrent for peace.
Yeah,
That's why we have.
oxymoron. It doesn't make
Yes,
any
it doesn't make any sense at all.
Uh-uh.
I don't understand it at all.
Yeah.
Um, I wish we were in more peaceful times. To me, this is scarier than it was when we were. It was just the Cold War.
Oh, way scarier than the Cold. And people don't understand the Cold War either. But this is way scarier than the Cold War.
So is it true in the Cold War that they had like Russia had certain places in the country mapped out that if we did go to war, they would hit those places?
Russia had nuclear subs right off the coast of Maine.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they were pretty mapped out, all right.
Yeah,
They interrupted the communication system within the United States. And, we played back and did the same thing to them.
I remember when I was younger in school, my teacher told me, because of Saint Gobain Norton Company, they used to make the certain things that would be help for manufacturing. Worcester was such a manufacturing town that Russia had one of these places targeted as one of the first places they were going to hit to help to hurt the the manufacturing of warheads and stuff like that for the U.S.
Yeah.
So, that was pretty scary when he told me that in school. But still, now, man, you got North Korea making videos of blowing up Washington, D.C. It's not that far of a drive from here, which means it's not that far from here. So
yeah, blowing up Washington, D.C. really doesn't accomplish much.
But
not unless everybody's there at the same time. Because we got satellite places all over. We got NORAD. We got all kinds of places all over. They can't even get underneath the little hexagon building there, the Pentagon.
Yep.
They got it. It's like that's our symbol,
right.
But it's really it's not. It won't make a dent.
So you have no prediction on if we're going to go to war or not.
I think if they don't stop, we won't see next summer as a world that's not in war, and not as a world war like they were before, all done in Europe. No, it's going to come over here.
Does Trump's presidency need a war?
No.
So you think his presidency? I think a lot of. Do presidents go hint at war or go to wars to put maybe a notch on their belt or anything like that?
I think Trump's following his game plan of making this one America. That's his game plan, and he's like I said. I always say, he's a negotiator,
right?
And he negotiates from a position of power.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's president of the United States, and he's negotiating from a position of power, which now just isn't money like it was in his businesses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's also nuclear weapons.
Right.
It's the military.
Yep.
He's negotiating on a world level from that power, but still playing the same game of negotiations. Win-win.
Right.
Always win-win.
I still don't understand why people would get upset at him for saying he's going to annihilate North Korea. But this man has been firing missiles over Japan for the past couple months, threatening to destroy South Korea, threatening to destroy the United States. No one's mad about all that stuff. But we get mad the second Donald Trump says he's going to destroy North Korea. I can't believe people got me defending Donald. Today is going to be the day I defend people I never want to defend. Because the first one is Donald Trump, and the second one is Michael Gaffney.
Michael Gaffney.
All right. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back on this short episode of Truth in the AM.
Yeah.